Welcome to Matt's Money Minute, where my goal is to simplify seemingly complex financial concepts so you can use them in your own financial life.
Perfect.
Today we're going to talk about 3 tips for smart spending in a quarantine. The global marketplace is shifting before our eyes. In a matter of weeks, the economy changed and stalwarts like airlines, hotels, and restaurants ground to a halt. And consumer spending overall has taken a nosedive as most of society is being a little more mindful of where we go and what we spend with all the unknowns out there. We can find examples of the contrary if we look at grocery delivery services or streaming services. But the economic impact overall has been very negative. While it's interesting to look at these trends in a general sense, it's more helpful to look at trends in our own spending habits. How is this pandemic affecting our purchases? And today I'm going to offer you 3 tips for smart spending in a quarantine. In spending more time at home, many of us are spending more money on some items while spending less money on others. I find in my life that families aren't paying attention to where their money is going, especially in light of everything else that they have going on, like starting a homeschool. So my goal today isn't to tighten your budget, and budget might even not be the right word. My goal is to help you spend wisely and in ways that benefit your mental and physical health without really damaging your long-term financial health. With a quick analysis, we can look these things over. So the first one is to analyze your spending over a month. So let's analyze April. In general, was your spending up or down if we look at it and compare to January? And more specifically, where did your money go? Your credit card might have an easy way to categorize these purchases. We also have an app that is helpful and we offer for free. And you might not find anything earth-shattering, but maybe you review these purchases and surprise yourself a little bit. Either way, it's a great exercise to know what's going on. And then the step 2 is to make cuts wisely. Before making any drastic cuts, let's put things into perspective. There may be some expenses that in normal times wouldn't make much sense, but really make your life more enjoyable during this pandemic. Perhaps you bought a new bike. My wife, for instance, wrecked her beach cruiser one last time on the trail, so we got her a mountain bike. That wouldn't be something we'd regularly do, but because we're mountain biking a lot more, it made a lot of sense. So, but let's say you're not regularly going to the gym and you had thought about canceling it before this pandemic, and you might have gotten into working out at home. That might be a great option to cut some expenses. You might have a second home that you're not visiting as much, so it might make sense to look at selling it or renting it out to get a little extra income. These are meaningful changes that will have more impact than eating takeout a little less or cutting Netflix. And then the third thing is we want to make additions cautiously. First, make sure you are adding what you can to your investments. You want to invest regularly, especially in a downturn, and you want to make sure you have enough emergency cash on hand. But if you've covered these things, you might look at spending some money in other places. Questions you might ask is, should I pursue a new exercise or hobby that I might be able to do? Is there a charity that I've always liked that could really use our donations right now? Or maybe I have a friend or family member who's laid off and struggling and might be able to make a difference in their life, or even changes to your house. A lot of people are doing projects because they've had some time at home to think about it and work on it. We don't want to spend money that's going to hurt your mental or physical health. We want to encourage you to be physically and mentally healthy as well as financially healthy during this time. And as always, whether you've got a high net worth or a low net worth, we're here to help you and guide you through that. And feel free to reach out, give us a call. We'd love to help. Thanks so much.